This is from the Petty Corner. I'm Petty Diana, and I have Power Slap Prospect here with me, Dustin Bodden. Welcome to the Petty Corner, Dustin.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, it's finally good to get you on here. I know we've been trying for a while, but
Yes, ma'am.
I just gotta know why Power Slap, because to the people outside, it's a crazy sport.
Honestly, the adrenaline aspect of it. It's completely different from MMA to say the least. At least in MMA you got a little ability to block the shots and stuff like that. But let's just say respectfully, this takes a lot of balls of steel, and I just wanna go ahead and dive in and test the waters and see what I got. So yeah,
I mean, I can't disagree with that. You do have to have a big set of balls to get up on stage and let someone slap you.
yes, ma'am.
But and I don't have those. I like to sit on the sideline and watch. But you were part of the April camp.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe you're 170 to 185. Is that the weight class you're aiming for?
Uh, Currently right now I'm actually 186.6. I just weighed myself few hours ago. So yeah, I'm roughly sitting between light, heavy, and I could go all the way down to welterweight. So it's all up in the air right now. I'd mostly prefer to stay at 185, but who knows?
And then you brought up MMA. Do you have an MMA background?
Yeah, actually, I did a little bit of kickboxing, and then I did a influencer boxing fight, which it was here in New Orleans with a guy. His name was Knick Knack Paddywhack. Probably never heard of him, but he's pretty big down here, and for the most part, it didn't go my way, but just trying to dabble in some things here and there.
I love it. No, I never heard of Knick Knack Paddywhack. Just the game as a kid, but not the
Yeah, yeah,
fighting.
yeah. Yeah, I know. He's actually ironically trying to get into Power Slap as well, so hopefully down the road we get a rematch, but you know.
And what was the training camp like?
Honestly, it was very, very awesome. It was very put together. We had all types of different coaches there giving us different looks, different types of slaps, different techniques. We had, I think Bryce was there. We had Wolverine, Anthony, Rob Trujillo was also there with us. So yeah, it was a really, really cool experience, especially getting to see, the Apex and yeah,
A lot of talented strikers in there too. I mean, and
yeah,
a legend, Wolverine. I'm so glad he
yeah.
came out of retirement. That's like
Oh, dude, it
super
was
exciting. But
awesome. Like seeing him, like the way he slaps. I've never seen it. I've watched some of the clips and stuff, but seeing it live and in person, it was really cool.
yeah, and I feel like he retired too early anyway. So I'm glad he's gonna finish out his fight contract,
Mm,
and we get to see him on Power Slap 13.
what is it? I think he has 6 more fights, 5 more fights.
uh, I interviewed him, and he said five. He thinks it's five. It could be four, but he thinks five.
Mm,
So he wants to
okay.
finish out the contract and then re-retire.
Yes, ma'am.
So we get to see him probably for another like 2 years,
Well, I
I would
surely
assume.
hope so. Because I mean, witnessing it live, like I said, I would love to actually see him get back on there on stage and just knock people out. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And how did you get into the camp? Did you like apply or did you reach out to Power Slap? Like, how did that all unfold?
I'm pretty sure I reached out to Power Slap, and then they gave me Erica's email, and then I got in contact with Erica, and then we FaceTimed, and then they ended up inviting me to the camp. And next thing you know, I'm on the flight to Vegas and there. So yeah, that's pretty much how it came about.
Was that your first time in Vegas?
Oh yeah.
Did you get to go do anything or did you stay in the hotel?
Oh no, no, no. I went down onto the strip and stuff. We visited Fremont and everything, and yeah. Let's just say my first Vegas experience was a wild one. I ended up missing my flight. So yeah,
Hey, if you don't miss your flight, then
you
what are
didn't go
you
to
even
Vegas.
doing? Then you didn't have a good time. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh,
Do you have a fight name, like a moniker that you go by?
Currently, no. Not at the moment. I'm bouncing between a few, but yeah.
Can you give us a hint of like what those would be?
Well, ironically, preacher, because
Preacher.
yeah, I'm a little religious, and I tend to I just want to spread the word of certain things, and again, it's a few more that I'm not too certain on yet, so we'll save those for a later date. But yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Hey, they need to bring back Slap Jesus. So then Preacher and Slap Jesus can go against each other.
That's actually ironic because I thought about it and I was like, you know,
That'd be very entertaining.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Were there any other standouts in the camp that you noticed?
Honestly, supersized me. My friend Zach, man. I mean, he was a tank.
Lansing, right?
Yep, yep, old big boy. He was a really big standout. And there's another guy. What was his name? Big old tall dude, 6'5", I think he was.
Was it Austin?
Yes.
The lightweight.
Him and Zach. Yeah, those were the ones that stood out a lot to me personally. You know, just watching those guys slap, I was like, man, even though you lighter than me, I don't want to get hit by you, especially Zach too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, and then if Power Slap were to call you today and give you a matchup, is there a name that you would want to go against?
you want me to be completely honest with you? I
Yeah.
do not care who they put in front of me. They can now. I know it's likely not going to happen right off rip, but it could be a ranked opponent or it could be somebody from a fresh champ. You know, I'm game and I'm ready to go and I'm ready to compete. So
I love it. We need that kind of energy.
yeah,
What do you do outside of, MMA and Power Slap and all this stuff?
I work into the offshore field, basically the oil field in the Gulf of Mexico. So yeah,
Gulf of America.
yeah. Oh. My apologies. My apologies. You are completely right. Sorry, my Google has not changed it yet. So, but yeah, Gulf of America.
Do you know Brandon Rhodes?
No, ma'am. Do
No?
not.
Okay, so he's a 185 Power Slapper. He also works in offshore in Louisiana doing the oil.
Oh, that's awesome. I
Yeah.
might have to
He's
get
a
in touch
middleweight
with him
in
then.
Power Slap. He's in the rankings.
I'll tell you what, Erica, set it up if you want.
Hey,
I'm ready
he's
for
a
it.
tough son of a gun.
Let me tell you something. I'm tough too, but I haven't had the opportunity
Yeah,
to
we got
show
to
it
see
yet.
it. We
That's
need the
that's what I'm
call.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
All right, Dustin, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time. I look forward to seeing if Power Slap gives you that call.
Yes, ma'am, and thank you for having me on.